Where we last left off, Z had just discovered the horrible truth about the fact that she has basically lost the usage of her inn for the moment. However, she has found another alternate place she can go to in order to stay. Snarg, I don't remember where he is, and Guido is out camping out in the wilds, just kind of having fun out there. Now, Z and Snarg, what would you like to do?
Well, she had just gotten done crying about how a Desolate had taken all of her stuff. Guido, did you actually tell us that you were teleporting out? I do not recall.
I communicated that directly with Z because she was giving me the location to teleport to.
Okay.
Brother, it's also noteworthy that I had the cop, officer, whatever the heck, write me a letter, basically explaining that, basically I had him draw up a police report that all of my stuff had been stolen.
Ah, yes.
Including my money. And it was my intention to get an IOU, basically, to be able to pick up the clothes. Because what kind gentleman in his right mind would let a lady run without, run around without clothes and stuff,
Of course.
Especially after such a horrible crime.
I know,
Yeah.
a Desolate stealing all her stuff. Is there no depth they will not sink to?
There's no justice in the world.
There isn't. We should wipe them all out. This is in character, by the way. The guy is actually saying to see we should just get rid of them.
So basically my intent is to get my clothes for free.
Yeah.
Or with an IOU.
Well, he will give you a voucher, which is basically good for it's basically not enough to convince those guys. I'm just going to go and tell you flat out, but you could try and talk them into it. It's not enough by default, if that's a better way to put it. Any questions?
I was about to say, is it, are we forgetting that Z is... Oh god, why are you attacking me, you stupid... run away. I just saved your asses. Why are you attacking me?
So, Z has just decided to start attacking the guards. Snarg, what would you like to do, now that she's doing this?
I wasn't attacking the guards. I saved them from the invasion, and they attacked me.
Mm-hmm.
I get out my little easel and my canvas, and I start painting a portrait of it. So basically just get a bunch of red and go...
Okay, gotcha.
No. Well, I am actually going to ask Z mentally, did you know this is supposed to happen? Is
No,
the stuff actually gone upstairs?
No, what was supposed to happen?
That your stuff, you were just robbed.
Guido is gone, and all
Guido's
of our
gone.
stuff is gone.
Oh, yes. Yes, are you kidding me? I told him to get out of here.
Okay. Last thing I heard was that there was a bunch of people trying to break into his room, and then we come back here and he's gone.
Yes. And I sent him a mental image of where he went.
Oh, okay.
So what's
They
your
found him
next
there.
move?
We do have a way into the Rich District, and the valson ball player is expecting us.
Yes, that is true.
So, it's just before he forgets and gets involved in other things, we take a stop by there. Along the way, we can probably try and pick up the trail of those people we've been tracking, those Morrismen, I believe.
Sounds like a plan.
Morseman is correct, by the way.
I'd like to go pick up our clothes first. You can go do that. I'm going to go do some convincing that all of our stuff was stolen by a Desolate, and I have no money. He took all of my money and broke into my hotel room. Okay.
Okay, alright. Is Guido in mental...
No.
No, he's not in mental
No.
range.
I'm way out of range.
Yeah, he's way out of range at this point. He's gone.
Alright, let me
Meanwhile,
know.
Guido, you were attacked by wild boars.
Can they beat
Roll
my
initiative.
AC?
No. Well, I mean, they can on a 20. but-
Roll awareness.
Oh, that's a good point. Roll awareness.
Just imagine
hold
there's
on.
this horde of critters out there just furiously trying to attack him and just sitting there eating lunch. All the squirrels and the bunnies are sitting there gnawing on the armor.
Ooh, that's an 8 on the dice. So, awareness, 18.
Okay. You are aware of the fact that dozens of is that ever actually? I'm not actually kidding. You are under attack by literally every creature that is in the area.
Okay.
There are boars, bunnies, cats. There are actually insects, which are literally suicide bombing themselves against your armor.
Well,
Desolates are the perfect pest control people.
it's true. Do I want to bother using my sword, or do I want to pick up a stick and just start beating them?
No. I'm down for whatever.
You could just blow your nose at them, ignore them.
That is true.
Is there a big enough stick around to use as a club?
Yeah, actually, there's a fallen tree branch nearby, which you could pick up as basically a one-handed weapon.
Yeah, I'll use that first.
All right. So while Guido is beating the crap out of these helpless, defenseless animals, Z, you are now at the shop. Oh, Madame, you're back. We're not finished with your recruitments yet.
By the way, I walked in crying.
Okay. Now, well, roll deception.
You have my dice.
I do. They're right there. I hate you. I don't want to roll.
Hold on, I'll be upstairs.
She has like a latch on her. She has this super fancy thing. Look at this. Here, watch.
Ooh. No. You gotta invest in the dice bag. See?
Yeah, that's. You have a
This.
super fancy dice thing. Look. You have this.
Yeah, I stole it from Michael.
What the
I
hell,
was
man?
gotta say, this one is actually custom made from one of our local group
Ooh.
members.
Maimed in the
Says-
guts.
Named in the guts. That is the name of our Spelljammer ship.
Ah, that's a terrible name of a ship. I just like to say that.
Well, it all started back in a Deadlands game.
So, roll deception. Now that we have your dice.
11 plus 33, which is a 44.
44. Okay, you didn't do the super doom deception.
Which is good! Because that worked out so well for me last time.
Yes, it did. So, okay, you have successfully deceived. You go in and you're crying, and he's like, Madame, what's wrong?
Oh, it's horrible. My hotel where I was staying was infiltrated by a desolate. He took all of my stuff and all of my money. Oh, I just got done talking with what are they called?
The police people? The
Yeah,
soldiers?
The
the
Slit Police?
No, they're just the soldiers. This is not those guys.
Okay, I just got done talking with some soldiers. They're doing an investigation.
My God, man, was this? Forgive me, I should not pry. Was this the same desolates who attacked the stadium?
They think it was.
God.
Oh, it was so. I was so scared.
What kind
If
of-
I had come back just a few minutes earlier, I would have encountered him.
Madam, are you all right? Do you need to sit down for a bit?
Please.
Okay, here. And he guides you to a chair. Here, ma'am, sit, please. We're so sorry for your loss.
Oh.
Um,
And I'm gonna cry for a little while.
And he's just trying to console you and comfort you, and he's super deceived. But after a while, you realize he's trying to get up the courage to mention, so you want me to cancel your order, basically. And so after like a few minutes of that, he's finally going to get up the urge. And he's going to like, so ma'am, I'm terribly sorry. Would you like me to cancel the...
Hold on, you're sounding like a robot.
I am a robot.
You stopped sounding like a robot.
So as I was saying, Madame, would you like us to go ahead and cancel the production of your dress? And the outfit, of course.
I'm terribly sorry. I really very Is there any way possible that we could not cancel it? I know that all of my things were stolen and
But-
probably sold for whatever reason.
Sold? Why would
But-
they sell? Why would someone
It
loot
won't-
someone else's belongings and then just take them to a vendor?
I don't know, but they're not there anymore. And they think the Desolate is a Lugian, so what else could he have done with it? There's no way he could wear them. I mean, he's
That's
a
terrible.
Lugian.
That is terrible, madam, but I'm afraid, there's... Unless you can pay for
I
it by
can
some
quite
methodology.
Pay you. I really can, but
But how,
my money
ma'am?
is just gone.
If you have
I
no
would have
money...
to go back home.
Madam, no, I'm
Yeah, I would
sorry. My manager would kill me if I just gave away on credit to someone who is not even a local denizen, a local citizen. There's just no way.
Is there not any way possible? Look at these rags that I'm wearing.
I admit,
cannot.
your outfit definitely disgusts me, ma'am. In a good way. In a good way. I am definitely disgusted by your recruitments right now, madam. But,
With all due respect.
with all due respect, madam, but I'm afraid I lack the authority. I lack the ability. No, I would need something. Something.
The soldier gave me a voucher explaining what happened.
Wait, you have a
Is
voucher?
there any way you could?
Here, let me see.
Yes.
Let me see that.
Hand it over.
He looks over it, and then we roll. I roll a dice. And third rolls a dice. Because he rolls low.
He rolls horribly. What are you talking about?
Hey, I rolled hot last session.
Yeah, 3s and stuff.
What am I rolling? Just
AD 20, last I checked.
okay. That is a 7.
Well, let me roll. Okay. So, he looks at it, and he looks at that, and he looks at it, and he says, "Give me a moment, ma'am," and he walks off. Meanwhile, third, what are you doing? Snark, what are you doing?
I am progressing up to the Rich District, this time armed with the pass from Keldamir.
The guards see you coming and say, "What?"
I thought you were waiting for me to go with you.
Oh.
I did too, actually, but, whatever.
Oh, well,
Yeah, because I have
sorry.
to
I
pick up
thought.
our fancy duds because otherwise they'll turn you away again.
Okay, sorry. I thought you meant for me to go ahead. Well, in that case, I am waiting outside, internally rolling my eyes at the sob story.
Yeah, 'cause I'm still mental linked with him, so he can still
Yes.
see what's going on.
Gotcha, okay.
I'm gonna look out for more people watching us.
Oh!
like they did
Yeah,
last
okay.
time.
Go ahead and roll awareness, then.
Okay.
By the way, I'm assuming that I'm quite convinced by now that they aren't following me. They're watching Snarg because I haven't seen any of them.
Correct.
I don't even need to
Okay.
Kool-Aid that.
Uh-oh. It's a
That
one.
is a-
20?
That is a 34.
Oh, wow. Okay. So, third. Snarg, sorry. Snarg third. The third Snarg. The third most powerful Null in this You've never played Earthbound. You have failed, sir.
I just rolled. Now I'm suddenly being insulted. I don't know what's going on.
You disgust me, you freaking desolate. By the way, you're a desolate now.
At least I'm not the odd man out.
No, okay, so...
I won't be hated by the mind link anymore.
Yeah.
It's always something to me, Iceland. Okay,
sorry.
no, okay, what actually happens here is, you, see a gentleman. He is an orc.
Mm-hmm.
He is definitely watching
Same
you.
orc, different orc.
Different orc. And he is, without question, following and watching you. In fact, your awareness was so good, I'll say that retroactively, he's been following you since the hotel.
Mm-hmm. Look at Z saying, one of those watchers is back. He's been, since Orc right here, he's been trailing us ever since the hotel. You not finished up
Is
in
he
there?
a professional, brother?
No.
It's clearly not the same group. This one's, well, he's basically just walking behind you, like 5 feet. How'd
He's
you
like-
not
he's
notice
like
him
this.
earlier?
Excuse me, sir, can I help you?
No, I don't even know who you are.
Right.
Wait, I gotta get right.
I wasn't following you.
I'm not following you.
Well, now that I know everyone's eye color.
I'm fuchsia.
Oh.
No, I'm
Did
kidding.
we don't do it too?
No.
I wasn't looking. I
did, actually.
had the thing up.
I'll keep an eye on him. He hasn't done anything, but we should probably hurry up just in case. I'm interested to see if he'll actually be able to follow us through the Rich District.
Okay, so after a bit,
How's he dressed?
Ooh, good question. He is dressed in an outfit that I'm going to fail at describing. Any questions?
All
Is
right.
it something that would fit in with the Rich District?
No. He is dressed in what I'm going to describe as professional engineer's clothes, but I don't mean engineer as in out working the iron yard. I mean the guy who, architect clothes, you know?
An actual engineer, not a worker.
Okay.
And he has,
What
we'll
have you done to
say,
make someone in the middle class interested in you?
we'll say he has really bright red hair. It's very distinctive. So
Oh.
distinctive that you might remember it if you see it again later.
Mm-hmm. Ha. Got an idea.
Oh crap!
All right.
Suddenly he disappears because the GM is like, no. No, okay. So what happens?
Well, Z, are you getting on monthly? Are you going to be in there a few minutes?
Meanwhile, the guy
Yeah,
comes back.
probably. This guy really doesn't want to give me my stuff for free.
Okay.
Okay. Just so I can keep a better eye on him, and since I actually have a few minutes and I am looking directly at him, I will go ahead and mark him.
Oh ho! Alright, do you have any additional levels since the last time you marked someone?
Now, I haven't got a level in a long time.
You haven't done anything in a long time.
Speaking of which, I still need to figure out if I am... What level am I supposed to be?
7, I believe.
Okay, we did apparently level me.
Yes.
I actually know
No.
exactly when you're getting to level 8, by the way. Just as a heads up.
Yes.
Unless you, like,
Because
go
we've
way...
only had 3 sessions.
I was gonna say...
Through and done nothing.
Yeah.
Is it
No.
possible to level off of social interactions?
Yes.
Yes.
If
Well,
at
at
least
this
if your
rate, we
GM
might
is like
succeed.
me. But I already, like I said, I actually know when you're leveling next, so no worries about that.
Now, assuming I have enough time to mark him, which I'm, then I will use the ready and waiting against him.
I don't remember what that is.
That essentially allows me to ready in out of combat ready to action against him.
Ah, yes. Okay, good idea.
And that thing is if
He lunges at you.
Well, basically, if he takes any offensive action against me or any of the party, I am going to intercept that.
Okay.
If he's far away, it's going to be with a bow. If he's close, it's going to be with a melee weapon, whatever I've got.
Gotcha. You got it. Okay, so
And I also gain bonuses against him for awareness and stuff.
awesome.
All right.
Meanwhile, as like when you finish marking him, Z, the guy comes back. It's okay, man. It's okay, man. Listen. I've been discussing it with my manager, and he's come back with a gentleman, by the way, a Burun, actually, who, just based on standard show social politics, is probably the owner of the store.
Mm-hmm.
He comes back. He's like, look, I've talked with him, and the Burun walks down, and the Burun does this. He actually comes in, puts his hand, giant, big frog, fat hand. It doesn't smell bad. In fact,
But he has very
smells
smooth
really nice.
skin.
He has very smooth skin. He smells like raspberries.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, the Burun do have this whole thing, which I haven't told anybody about yet, about how they smell. It's part of their culture. It's actually a huge part of their culture because they have really sensitive noses. Not like to the level of a Tusker, but pretty good.
Uh-oh.
Okay, so Barun walks in and lays his hand on my shoulder comfortingly.
And he says, "It's okay, ma'am. I have no problem taking on a debt on behalf of the show military for a woman who has been a victim of such a terrible crime. We will
You have no idea how thankful I am. I'll definitely get you the money as soon as I get back home. I'll have it wired right away.
I appreciate that, ma'am. Roll deception. Because you are lying."
17
Okay.
plus 33.
I just wanted the off chance that you rolled a 1, because that would have been funny.
50.
Like, he was already convinced, and then you lie again, and he's like, wait a minute. What kind of scam you pulling here, ma'am? No, but he says, it's okay, ma'am. I trust you. This is not an issue. We are always happy to cater to our elven friends. Oh.
I greatly appreciate it.
If we're dealing with Jabba, there's going to be some stuff going down in a minute.
Meanwhile, I'm kind of mental linking to Snark rolling my... You get the mental impression of me rolling my eyes and going, well, that was easier than I expected.
All for a pretty dress.
Hey,
And
I
a
got you
pretty
your
suit.
thing, too. And now we have to go get you a bath and a haircut.
Oh boy.
Now, there is a haircutting place just down the street.
Is there one that offers a scrub down, too? Like a bath
Yes.
for him? Okay.
It's
Make him
actually
smell like raspberries.
specifically for... Oh, well, if you're gonna go a Centiporium, yes, they can basically make you smell like whatever, either mundanely or magically. Your pick. Magically will be more expensive, last longer, and be far more effective. It will basically change your scent to whatever you weave it to for the duration.
What kind of expense are we talking here?
Actually, well, roll me a flat charisma.
Where did it go? That would be a 16.
Okay. It would cost you 120 gold to get that for just Snarg, for the woven version.
Okay, for the non-woven raspberry scented shampoo.
That's actually going to be really cheap, relatively speaking. It's only going to be like a gold.
Okay.
So small that I'm not going to track it, as I like to call it.
Okay, well, we're going to go with the haircut and shampoo of raspberry.
Specifically of raspberry, you got it. Would you like
Snarg,
to?
you don't have a choice.
I was gonna say, would you like to roll knowledge something to determine what raspberry means specifically in Brewing culture?
Yes, actually.
All right, roll knowledge, whatever.
Scent a la rotten fish.
Snarg, you can too if you want.
I have will politics work?
Yeah, I'm
Yes.
assuming that's good. I'm going to knowledge elements that, because that's a 13 versus an 8.
Got it. Knowledge elements. You know that the elements exist, and they have something to do with this.
You said knowledge anything, so I got to pick which knowledge I was doing.
I didn't say it'd be effective.
Well, anyway, my knowledge politics is an 8, which makes this a 16.
I got a 20 in politics.
Okay. Well, this is kind of rare, so I'm only going to give this to Snarg. Not that it matters, because you're going to share the info instantly, but I'm just saying. Snarg, you are aware, vaguely, of the fact...
How does he know more about show politics than I do when he spent his entire life growing up in...
I've been around. I've been installed. There's people from the black market all over that place.
I suppose that's true.
Yeah. It's
Okay, anyway.
it's experience,
So,
not book smarts.
If it's okay, what I'm actually looking for is not what raspberry in specific means, but just what a scent that would imply for him friendship and just general amability, niceness. Yeah, that word.
Okay, so you want him to come off as amiable. What do you want for yourself?
Not politically active isn't the word that I'm looking for. But
Sensitive?
no, yes, but no. Well-to-do, I would suppose. Someone of influence, but
Okay.
not, necessarily someone of politics.
All right. Snarg, you now smell like almonds.
Oh, I'm all right with that.
Sis,
Sounds-
And you have a haircut. Your hair has never been
this
so
nice ever.
nicely
They pulled
done.
so much
They even
dirt
brushed
and
your
grime
hair.
out of your hair.
Like
It's
all
actually
of it.
hilarious.
They gave you a pedicure.
They did, and a claudicure too.
Ching.
They're actually so shiny right now. If you put them out in the sun, it will literally blind you looking at your own claws right now. I'm not kidding about that, by the way. They really are
This is-
very polished.
I gotta say, Z, I have never had anything like this done ever.
Now
Yeah,
there
well,
is.
How does
into
it feel
again.
to be clean?
It's really
Feels like-
comfortable.
Feels like
That's
everyone can
actually
see me
kind of how
now.
I phrased it too. Is how does it feel to be clean?
I feel naked.
After we're done, you can go roll in the dirt.
All right. I mean, if I'm in a forest, then everything can smell me now.
No, they
That's-
smell almonds. You smell quite nice.
Yeah. All right.
Sis, you smell like blueberries.
Oh, joy. I guess I
Snarg,
should
they were able to smell
probably
you
roll to
before.
see if C likes.
Yeah, but I blended
I-
in at least.
They smelled an animal and didn't realize it was him.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
All right.
I apparently like blueberries,
There you go. Awesome.
so I don't mind smelling like blueberries.
So, as you leave, you realize that you have to roll an awareness check.
Okay.
That was a 19.
Kool-Aid roll,
Plus
please. Kool-Aid roll.
18.
Oh, Kool-Aid, come on.
You know, one of these is it's not going to be the same day, and you're not going to have Kool-Aid anymore.
I know.
He's
Just
gonna go
saying.
eat more crispy critters.
That's
Oh God.
no. That's 20 normal, 22 for if it's the guy.
Actually, it is the guy. And what
And
you
well,
plus 2 if
mine
he's
was
a magical beast.
so what you determine, to your shock and horror, is he's
that
not
he's
there.
still following you.
No, he's gone. He's gone.
He's gone.
Totally gone.
Well, I'm not specifically looking for that guy. I'm just looking.
Well,
And
that's.
let me get a calculator because my brain doesn't like math right now. Mine was a 37.
37. Okay, I'll give you one additional thing, sis. As you're out and about looking, you realize that there's someone that looks a lot like the previous work, but he's actually going away from you, and it looks like he's tracking someone else now. And as
Can I
you're
tell if
looking
he's
at them,
tracking?
nope, because as you're looking at him, he rounds the corner. So whoever he's tracking is obviously already rounded the corner sometime previously.
I am going to tell Snarg to go straight or whatever, and then I'll meet back up with him at the entrance to the rich district, and not to go on without me. Actually, no. How much longer do we need to wait before we can get our clothes?
Well, actually, since you already got the whole
Payment taken care of?
well, no, the
That was
pedicure
really
thing.
convenient, by the way, Guido. Thank you. I was trying to figure out how I was going to sneak in there and break in there and steal our clothes.
That's kind of what I was expecting to happen. Was you got literally to heist the clothing store in the middle of this other heist that you're kind of doing. Anyways,
Glad I could help with that.
see, you're still part of the party.
Wow. Now we know what someone thinks.
No, okay. You okay because you did the Claudicure and the Podicure, and you got the haircut and the shampoo and the Centiporium. Your clothes are now ready. In fact, I'm going to change the time now because it is no longer that time.
Okay, well, I'm going to go get our clothes, get Snarg dressed, and tell him.
It's about 5 in the evening, by the way, and the sun is just starting to set.
Yeah, I'm basically going to tell Snarg, I'm going to go check out that guy that was following you earlier. I will be back. We'll meet up here, air over by the Risk District, and then head in, going with the same story we've been giving everybody else, Servant Boy.
Yes, come along,
All right.
servant boy.
Don't get out of mind link range, though.
I'll do my best. If not, I'll, at the very latest, be there in an hour. If I'm not, then go on without me.
It's okay. Andros won't have his way with her.
So I'm going to roll deception because I'm going to deceive the guy that I'm following that I'm not following him.
You got it.
I'm assuming that's a deception roll.
Um.
That is an 18 plus 33.
All right. Now roll stealth.
I'm not necessarily trying to be stealthy. I'm just trying to blend in with the crowd and not look like I'm doing things. I hate you because my stealth is a 1,
Sorry.
which makes this a 4.
So you're being really obvious about following someone.
But not him.
I'm actually debating if I'm going to allow deception to work in this way because it shouldn't. If I wait, no, I got it. I know how this will work. Okay, sis, I'm going to help you out. You
Okay.
start following him really obviously, right?
Uh-huh.
So you're like that, and he actually stops, turns around, and looks at you and says, "Ma'am, can I help you?" And then your deception kicks in. And he says, "Oh, I'm just following that guy
I'm looking
over
for
there."
my friend.
Yeah, there you go. I'm looking for my friend. I'm sorry. I thought you were him. I didn't see any. And he looks at you for a moment. He's like, "Okay, I'm not the guy you're looking for. So if you could just stop walking
Anyway,
5
I'm trying
feet
to figure
behind
out
me,
who he's following.
that would be wonderful." You do. You smell wonderful, honestly, but that's not really something that I'm into right now. So if you could just mosey
Anyway,
on.
have I figured out who? I guess I'll roll an awareness to see if I
Yeah.
can figure out who he's following.
Actually, I'm going to go ahead and call for a flat wisdom to determine it. So, give me a flat wisdom.
Okay.
You can do it, sis. Well, you probably can.
20.
Frankly.
An unnatural 20.
An unnatural 20.
Because my cha, my whiz, and my int are all 4. My dex, however, is 1. which is what stealth is based off of.
Well planned.
Oh, by the way, brother, when do I get to apply my orator?
Not yet.
Okay.
When you get to
When
level
I
8.
do that, can I make things that aren't class skills, make them class skills? Because I would totally really like to have stealth and disguise.
Orator should,
and
as a class,
deafness.
as a class feature, have all skills as class skills. if I'm
Oh,
not mistaken.
sweet! I really needed those, because I have a bazillion deception, but I have to deceive people into thinking I'm stealthy, and that I'm forgery-y, and that I'm disguisey, and that I'm deft, and stuff.
Yeah. So, anyways, you successfully,
Why does that not have a number next to it?
weirdo, you successfully determine that he is following a ogre.
Oh. Do I recognize the ogre or anything of note about him?
You do not, unless you. Well, no, I'm not even going to give you that. So no, you got nothing. You could roll what?
I don't know.
You could roll knowledge ogres.
Got it!
So what'd you
I
get?
check for traps.
I didn't roll. I assumed you were being facetious.
I was being facetious. Okay, so he's following an ogre.
I can roll knowledge creatures against him. He is an ogre.
He is very ogre-like. Meanwhile,
He's a
Guido,
ogre.
the mosquitoes have started to gang up on you, team up.
We're
Like,
getting very itchy.
yeah, if 5 or 6 of them will lunge for your armor, and then one will slip in, like into the crack in your helmet.
And you'll squish him
and
by
go,
shifting.
but he'll still get his bite in.
Can I start a fire?
You can totally start a fire, but we didn't start the fire.
It was always burning.
I'm sorry, I was bad.
No, we're all about lame puns.
True.
Yeah. Yeah, so I'm going to start a fire. I'm going to stand in the smoke to try and offset the mosquitoes as much as
The
possible.
fire hates you.
Oh, very likely.
Okay, so roll survival if it exists, which it does, I believe.
Yes, it does.
Yes.
I don't have that skill. Look.
It's intelligence based. Do I get my intelligence bonus?
Survival
Yes.
is wisdom
Wisdom.
based.
Actually, yeah, it is wisdom based. Sorry.
That sounds like
no,
I
no.
don't have a lot of wisdom.
No. Keen intellect. I
Oh.
can use my intelligence modifier instead of my wisdom when making heal, sense motive, spot, or survival,
Okay.
Oh,
Well, then go for it.
which makes that an 8.
Yes. So apparently, Guido did not start the fire.
Oh.
Guido did.
But suddenly there was a fire there.
Sure, there's a fire. It was started by. Oh, I could do that. No, I don't want to be mean. There's no fire. There's no fire.
Yep. Clang.
Meanwhile, okay, so Sis, what are you doing other than now that you've found the ogre?
I'm attempting to figure out how to mute this.
All right.
Hold on.
First,
There we go.
you hit the mute button.
Uh,
Congrats.
okay, so what was your question now that I can hear you?
You. What are you doing? Because I mean, it's basically on you now. Next
Um,
action is yours.
I'm basically looking to determine if that guy is, the orc guy is anybody of note to me.
The orc
and if
or the
not-
ogre?
The guy is following.
The ogre.
Yeah.
I'm gonna flat out say the answer is no.
Okay.
There's
Then-
nothing that you can have to determine who that guy is.
I'm just gonna head out and go meet up with Snarg
All right, Snarg.
while rolling awareness to see if there's anybody following me, because that's what I do.
Well, roll it.
Never mind. There's no one following me.
Okay, excellent. Good to know.
I don't care if there is or there isn't. Wait. No, I rolled a 1. So if there isn't someone following me, am I convinced that there's someone following me?
Well, let's roll to determine that. You are almost positive that all the shadows conceal dangerous and deadly foes. And they're
Nice.
all after you.
I'm
No,
gonna get when I meet up with you, Snarg. I'm super paranoid.
All right.
Now, Snarg, you smell her coming from a ways away.
Mhm.
Smells like blueberries.
No. Okay. Like, yeah, I know it. I can smell you coming a mile away.
There's people in the shadows. Shh.
Are there people in the shadows?
Roll awareness.
Alright. Last one is a 29, 31 if it's the guy.
29. You do not see any shadows.
Yeah. Not only,
Not only are there not people in them, there are.
There are no shadows.
Shadows.
Look, I don't know how to tell you this, but
No, look right there. And I point at the shadow that's not there.
alright. You know what? I think that fragrance is a little bit too strong. It's been going to your head, so
What are you talking about?
there ain't a shadow there. Trust me. Let's keep going through this.
Yeah, there's no shadows anywhere.
Because it's 5 o'clock. Why would there be shadows anywhere?
I'm kidding. I am kidding. Everything's fine. Everything's normal.
Look, you said he went after someone else. Obviously, they're not after us specifically, or else they're a lot better at deceiving us than I thought. Maybe we should just get going. We'll keep on the lookout for all of them, see if there's any in the rich district, and get this thing done. So we'll see if we can at least get through the gate with our new dreads.
By the way, I like to picture that with your wonderful stealth and wisdom and general diplomatic aura. You're actually standing like 3 feet from the outer gate, and the guards have just been staring at you for the last 50 minutes or whatever.
Well, I mean, if they ask, I'll.
Oh no, they just stare at you the whole time.
Be like waiting on someone. And she shows up, so.
Yes.
So, yeah. Well, since I am your servant boy, I suppose I'll let you do the talking.
I
Hey,
get the voucher from him. No, not gonna get the voucher from him yet. I'm gonna walk up and be like, "Greetings, gentlemen.
Madam.
We're on our way to see whatever his name is. Thank
Kelir
you.
of Autumn Watcher.
We're on our way to visit Kelir of Autumn Watcher. If you could please let us pass." Oh, wait. I'm sorry. I realize there is a procedure for these things. And I turn to Snark and snap my fingers and hold out my hand.
grab the little entry pass that he gave and hand it over.
And I'm going to pass that on to him.
Takes it, examines it, rolls a dice. Okay. Says, everything does appear to be in order. Do take care to consider yourself within the high reach. There are certain... I just realized I have the wrong background up. Everyone watching this, they're not in Glendon Wood.
Oh.
They're here. Suddenly, you find yourself teleporting to Li Shao, where you've been this entire time.
Well, that was odd. Anyway.
So Keldemir, or not Keldemir, the gentleman says, "Of course, naturally, you have every idea of where he is, I assume."
If you...
It sounds like he's being a dick, by the way, just to put it.
Yes, and he actually told me exactly where he was, what community he was in, so I relayed that information to Z.
Mentally or
Yes,
out loud?
yes.
Mentally.
Okay.
I did the Professor X thing.
I didn't see. Sorry.
You got X'd.
The letter.
Well, I
unfortunately don't remember the name off the top of my head, but I know he did give the community that he was in.
Actually, I don't remember.
Because I specifically asked him where he was. Unless I wrote it down.
The Hillcrest Plaza is what I have written down.
Okay.
And that should be it, so... Anyway, so he says, very well. Do enjoy your excursion. I trust that certain roaming eyes will not roam too far from their destination.
Of course. What do you take us for? No, I'm kidding. I don't say that.
I take you for an elf and a
course.
gnoll. What the hell? No.
Now, if you could excuse me.
Well, of course, and they do a few commands, and I hesitate to use this word, but it's accurate. The force field raises, and then you can zip on through.
Okay.
All right.
This is the Risk District. It's actually pretty poor compared to some places you guys have been, but it is obviously a rich district. So woo. You have to go that way in order to get to the Hillcrest Plaza. Would you like to go straight there, or would you like to roam?
We'll
Well.
go straight there for right now.
All right. I will be on the lookout for our Moorsman friends while we're on the way there.
Well, roll me an awareness.
All right.
All right, you fail. I'm sorry.
Oh,
You have Kool-Aid, that's right.
yes. Not that it helped a whole lot here. 24.
24. Okay. As you were going along, you don't really see anything of any note. You do see a lot of rich people.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, I'm totally lying. See, the thing is, you don't see many rich people out and about. In fact, there's almost no one out and about at all. This is a cultural thing, though, not a, there's something going on thing. The people here basically just stay indoors, very cloistered, very introverted kind of thing. It actually occurs to you that the rich district might not be all that interested in the more, shall we say, lowbrow things, such as, for example, valson ball.
Okay.
So, that.
All right. Don't see any of our Moorsman friends, but we can take a look around after we've met with Keldamir, I suppose.
So do you go straight there?
Believe we do.
Awesome. Do. You arrive at Hillcrest Plaza, and you see, in total contrast to basically everywhere else, there's a small crowd there, and Keldamir is in fact there.
Mm-hmm.
And he's currently doing something that I'm going to try and describe as best as I can. He's basically running a square lap around the block here. I shouldn't say the block; it's not the whole block, but he's running a square lap in like the square. That's a bad word. The confluence of roads. That's where he's doing it at.
Okay.
Sure there's a term for that I can't think of right now. And so he's doing it very, very quickly. In fact, he's almost doing it superhumanly quickly. And you realize after just a bit of observation that it looks like he's practicing with some custom woven items.
Haha.
And they enable him to basically make right turns very, very quickly, much quicker than you should be able to. They kind of cancel out his momentum whenever he clicks it, because you see he's got this fingerless glove thing on, and he'll be like this every time he hits a corner, and his momentum just stops, and then he can go right down to the next, that kind of a thing. And the crowds of ooh, ah, yeah.
Okay. Is he... Right, well, once we get close, since he's the one who I actually talked to, I'll wave at him as he passes by.
He'll wave jovially, just like this. Hey, what's up? Give me a minute.
All right. Actually, is he running faster than I could?
Actually, yes, he is. You can tell just by
Oh.
looking. He is going, in movement speed terms, he is going 90 right now.
Oh, wow. Okay, that's almost double.
He's going really fast.
All right.
He's going Captain America fast. On your left. So he.
So I'll ask one of the people next to him, what's he doing? Just showing off some new items he got?
Oh no, he's practicing a bit. I mean, yeah, I guess he's showing them off because we wanted to see him. Because normally he goes somewhere else to practice, but.
Well, it seems like half the town's out here, or half the district, rather.
Actually, we all had to be let in. Most of the rich people don't come out here to watch this kind of thing.
Oh, well, that's a real shame.
This is also about the point you notice that there are several bodyguards basically keeping watch over the whole crowd. They look really nervous at the lowbrows that are around here. The lowborns.
Do I see the same orc that I saw with him before?
Yes, you do. He's over there.
Okay, I'll give him a little wave.
He will just look at you for a moment with an upraised eyebrow, and then continue on his dreary way.
Okay.
Sis, are you doing anything?
I'm gonna kind of wander and listen to people talk to see if anybody's yakking about stuff.
Okay. Most of the people are obviously talking about, him, the game, the upcoming game, him, the game, and the game.
Mhm.
But roll just roll awareness. Flat old, plain old.
That would be 34.
34, very nice. All right, as you're roaming, you catch a snippet of conversation in Serpent.
Because I
Because
understand that, unlike some people.
Because you can understand Serpent. And it basically comes across as... let me see if I can actually roleplay this properly. This is quite a show, I admit, but I'm far more interested in the shows later this week. And in case you missed it, I said plural on purpose. Shows.
Okay, what can I roll to get an idea of what it is that he's referring to?
Magic GM knowledge.
Magic GM knowledge, got it. I've got a 52 in that, so...
Alright, but you do roll a 1, so...
That's a 53.
No, I got nothing. You can juxtapose. Obviously, he's probably talking about the event that you've already heard referenced sometimes. But as far as another thing going on,
Okay, so he's probably talking about the event that we were already planning on going to.
yes.
Okay,
And something else going on.
and something else. Okay.
And you hear several people talking about Valson.
Yes.
Oh, of course.
You know, while I'm here surrounded with people who know about Valson, I'm just gonna try and pick up. I know I failed at this several times. How in the world do you play this freaking game?
Well,
Maybe somebody here can actually explain it to me, since these are obviously, Valson Ball buffs.
well, roll charisma.
All right. That's a D12. I don't want to roll that.
You can if you really want.
Yeah, that's okay. Yeah, well, I got an 18.
Okay. You find 2 Sclavi who are actually totally okay with the idea of explaining, Valson Ball to you and being like, hey, so this is how it works.
Okay. So maybe I can get an idea, because I'm like, new in town. I'm trying to get an idea, because if I watch it, I want to know what's going on.
Yeah, very much so. All right, so now roll. We'll go with just flat int.
Oh boy, here it comes.
You got this. How dumb are you, sir? I'm gonna roll 2, actually. Oh God. Okay.
That's a 12.
Even with the Kool-Aid?
Yep.
Kool-Aid.
Oh my God. Okay. So while you are failing at understanding Valson Ball, for I believe the 3rd time now,
Yeah.
Guido. The mosquitoes have now teamed up with the grasshoppers,
Yes.
and I'm afraid I have really bad news. Turns out you're actually allergic to mosquito bites.
Constitution
Yeah, fortitude, actually.
or fortitude. I mean, yeah, that's what I meant. Fortitude. Sorry. Do you need a fortitude roll or?
Yeah, do it.
17.
17. That's actually pretty good. So you fight off the allergy, but it itches like crazy for
I rolled
a bit.
a 5.
You rolled a 5. Well, it does itch like crazy for a bit, and you're like, oh,
I have a
God.
+12.
Armor. And it occurs to you, if you took your armor off, this could be no longer a problem.
That's an evil suggestion.
Just saying, without the armor, everything would be better. Everything.
I could also cast Dia on the mosquitoes.
That is absolutely true. You could. You gonna do it?
What? You have to resuscitate.
I'm gonna do it. God
All right.
damn these stupid mosquitoes!
So you're just like spreading it out full AoE.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
so,
just area of effect.
so just this massive holy energy. There's no need to roll. If you spread it out that much, it's just going to do 1 damage. You spread out this
Okay.
massive bathing aura of holy energy all around you, which makes this massive explosion that could be seen for miles around.
Why am I not surprised? And
Meanwhile-
how much mana did that? Hold on, how much mana did that cost?
Which level did you cast?
I don't know.
If it's level 1, it's 1.
1.
Yeah, if it's level 1, it's 1 mana.
I didn't know if it mattered with that area of effect.
No, not
Kill
for-
mosquitoes.
Not for mosquitoes.
Okay, so all right.
This
yeah,
is
I'll
not
just-
a 3rd edition cats can kill people situation.
So I spent 1. Okay.
Okay. Meanwhile,
Hunters can't hunt. What's going on?
Keldemir has finished his route, and he's like, "Oh my god." He looks pretty winded too. He's like, "Whew, okay." And so as he's winded, he's like, "Oh god," and he's all sweaty and terrible, and everyone's like, "Oh my god, dude, are you okay?" And he's like, "Yeah, don't worry, I got the best thing. Check it out." And he kind of grins, and in a very showman-y, Tony Starky, I don't know who else I could use as an example. Very charismatic way. Actually, roll here. There we go. He pulls out this little like tube, and he pops the top of it, and the top like comes open, kind of like a Bez dispenser. And he pulls out a little tablet, munches it down, honk, and all the sweat goes away, and instantly he smells better.
Hmm.
And he looks like
Oh.
he's not winded anymore. He's not gasping or panting or anything like that. He's just like, "Hey, what's up?"
Wow, that's pretty cool. Who made that for you?
Oh, well, I can't give away, my sponsors, of course. Everybody knows that. Trade secret and all that.
Oh, right. Yeah.
I
had to learn
shouldn't
that
say
stuff
the word
actually.
sponsor is the wrong word. I meant his.
Maker?
No, actually, I'm phrasing this question wrong. I can't give away trade secrets. Sorry,
Oh.
guys.
Oh, yeah. Because I was just asking if what the sponsor's name was essentially.
Oh, his sponsor is this company and this company and this company. I don't feel like making it up right now.
Oh, okay.
These guys are really big on valson ball in this area.
Oh,
None of them are Apex Industries, though, to make that clear.
Right. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's kind of expected.
Yeah. He's like, whew,
Oh.
that was fun. So what are you up to, my Nolish friend?
Well, you invited us to drop by, and oh, by the way, my manners. Here's the. You're going by B now, right now.
I don't remember what I'm going by.
I could have sworn you're going by B, as in Bravo.
Yeah, I want to say it
I
was
don't
like
remember what my
Bethany or
name
something.
was.
Becky was the name I came up with
Becky,
because when I was
yeah.
being stupid.
Yes, this is the Lady Becky.
Lady
oh,
Becky.
Nice. She reminds me of the woman whose name I can't remember now. She's pretty awesome. Her name is... What the crap's her name? She reminds me of Lariana. Now, to make this clear, he says Lariana with obvious familiarity. No inclusion of clan name, and his tone of speech is very much, casual, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, make of that what you will. I was going to remind you that Lariana is the name of the individual you talk to, Snarg.
Yes, Loriana Silverseer.
That's correct.
Mhm.
Remind me of Lariana. Nice to meet you both. And he gives you handshakes. Shake, 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 shake. So what can I do for you two?
Well, you said you could potentially give us some tickets to the upcoming event, and I got to say, are you planning on putting anything on like that again? Because that was really impressive to watch.
Oh, no, I can't do this that often. The housing authority, they really don't like when I do. I felt like stretching today. Normally I go elsewise,
Oh, you don't practice in the middle of the district?
No, of course not. God, what do you want, just everybody to see where I'm practicing?
I don't know. They seem to like the show. I did too. No, well, if you don't practice here, then where? At the arena?
Oh, no, I just have a private little lot I go to.
Oh, I didn't see that coming in.
Well, yeah, of course you didn't. It's private. Hence the term, my dear friend. I don't know what it means in Nolish. Or is there a Nolish
Well-
species? Is that a language? What do you speak?
No, well, there is a language that gnolls do speak. It's Undercommon. I'll
Undercommon.
I'll actually give him a little sample.
Oh, of course. Gotcha. I'm sorry, I have no idea. I kind of live a sheltered life, as you might imagine, or at least I used to before. By the way, your female friend there smells wonderful. Just thought I'd share that.
Oh yes, yes, she does.
Thank you.
Well, what can I do for you?
Would it be okay if we accompanied you to the upcoming event at the end of the week? You said that perhaps you'd like
yes.
to have us come.
Why don't I have Torek here talk to you about that? I'll hang on. I see one of my friends, and he kind of just dismisses himself and walks away. And one of the orc bodyguards from before, shows up.
Okay. Well, I'll greet him in Orcish, saying, "Hey, Torek." He didn't give it his clan name, I guess. You know what? If he didn't give his clan name, I'll forgo the name. Just in case.
What was his clan name? His clan name was... Hang on, I actually wrote it down. Thunderlord.
Ah. So, Torek of Thunderlord, Darga Wildpaw, and the Lady Becky of whatever the clan name you were using is.
That's a good question. What clan name are you using, sis?
Well, I'm I'm Becky of where are the certain
Brackenwood or
people
something
from?
like that. That's what we
Oh yeah, that's right.
It
You
was-
have the Moorsman name.
And I had a whole backstory about how I was adopted and stuff.
Yes.
So, well, if you will both come with me, please. And he gestures this way.
Okay. Yeah, sure.
When you get out of earshot of basically everyone, I says, forgive me for the clandestineness. Most people aren't supposed to be aware of that event. Our Sir of Autumn Watcher is being slightly more casual about it. I think his father will have to speak with him again about it soon. But regardless, there is a arena event which is happening this Friday.
Oh.
A little bit of a light blood sport. There's no deaths. You know, we're not savages. But the idea has apparently been very popular amongst the upper crust, and he just kind of rolls his eyes. And so they've decided to take it and gather to it. Sir of Keldamir will probably actually not be in attendance. He finds the whole thing repulsive. However, there are many people that you could engage with, talk with. I assume that is, of course, why you want to go. And at this point, sis, you get to roll knowledge politics, or knowledge experience.
That is a 16 plus 8.
Okay, so
24.
you realize that what's going on here is that this arena event is basically irrelevant, at least as far as you're aware. The whole point is it is a gathering of rich people doing rich people things, specifically to, for all intents and purposes, socially network. They are engaging in probably backroom dealings, figuring out what they can do with regards to their respective companies, you know, that kind of thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that occurs to you. You may or may not share that with Snark. I don't care.
Share.
Okay. Snark, you suddenly get a sharing thing.
All right. And cheering is caring.
Sharing is care. I hate that. I'm going to kill you.
I'm very tired of that song too.
Yeah.
That happened in my
Well, see, this would be a good chance to perhaps get some of the things done that we need to. I had this idea for, if we could get one of the people here to let, what's her name?
Burly.
Burley of Ashenbless in, then she might be willing to overlook the diamond mine, if you get what I mean. And since these people control what goes on in this town, going to this event would probably be a good thing.
Okay.
Yes, it would be very beneficial.
Now, it doesn't solve the problem of finding our Moorsman, but it does help us get to our main objective.
So-
I completely agree.
You have decided to accept the tickets. They will be for this Friday, as I mentioned before. Meanwhile, Guido, you have just finished running away from 3 successive patrols of hippies.
Hippies?
Hippies. Apparently, they received reports of wildlife being disturbed in the area. They like to consider themselves social activists, but they're not really. So they just do things that are kind of easy to do, you know? And so they're here, you know, just to kind of, we got to make a difference, man. We got to save the mosquitoes, man. And they're out here, like, getting bitten like crazy by the mosquitoes while they're trying to, you know, save them and put them in nets so they could put them into special, you know, safe containers so they'll be safe for the future. But they keep, like, almost running into you. So you, like, keep going from bush to bush trying to dodge these idiots. There you are, trying to dodge them, and you duck under there, and you look to your side, and you realize that there is a sleeping bear, like right there next to you, right? Now, the bear is currently resting on a nice outcropping of thrush. Obviously, because everything's on thrush out here. That should be duh, right? Now, the bear is asleep at the moment. However, the thrush is like squeezing around it to get to you because it hates you. And so it's probably going to wake the bear up and make a lot of noise.
How close are the hippies?
They're like 15 feet away. They're like right over there. You didn't have much chance to get away, and your stealth roll was a 2. So
Okay, okay.
the hippies are in
Sorry.
danger close.
Just that phrase. How close are the hippies?
Danger
I have a
close.
plan.
Go. I want to see this.
Gonna rattle my armor a little bit.
And all the hippies are instantly like, there, over there is the horrible person who's killing these
Okay.
poor
Now,
innocent.
I'm gonna smack the bear and run the opposite direction once I make sure the bear is waking up.
Oh, the first smack will do it.
Okay. So I'm hoping that because the bear is not... It's awake, but it's not aware of me.
Mm-hmm.
When
Then
the
it won't
hippies...
hate him first.
Right.
Okay, so the bear realizes that the thrush is there, and it's like, "Rah!" and it makes this huge noise, and it lunges out from the underbush, and you hear the hippies go, "Ah!" Except they're Moorsmen, so it's more like, "Rah!" And there's lots of screaming, and they go running, shall we say, Benny Hill style, into the distance.
And Guido is safe.
All right,
Great
I like
plan,
it.
by the way.
that was a
Thank
good
you,
plan.
thank you.
I like that. All right, cutting back to the other two. You now have nothing to do right now.
Well, can I ask the orc a question before he goes away?
You can definitely ask the orc a question.
I'll ask him if there's any betting that goes on during
Of
these.
course there is. Crap tons. Huge amounts. All illegal. Because that's how that works.
Well, of course.
I mean, really. Now, gambling is not actually illegal by itself in the show territories, nor within the Shaoxi seat. It's just gambling on violent outcomes is illegal. Normally,
Yep.
that's for, like, you know, animal matches or whatever. But in this particular case, this would qualify as illegal gambling on who's going to win at defeating someone else in bloody combat.
Well, I mean, there are a bunch of higher-ups. I mean, who's going to do anything? So,
Just pointing it out.
okay.
But so he says, with an
Right.
obvious note of disdain in his voice, yes, there will be gambling.
Yeah, I heard about this thing going on back over in the Vary when I was over there. I guess it must have spread over here.
Ugh, don't. And he just stops himself, and he says nothing, and he walks off.
Well, see, we have some time to kill before that. Perhaps we should go and try to find these Moorsmen. now
You
that
have
we
3
some time.
days, by the way,
Yes.
of time. So,
What do you make of that, Keldamir? What do you think, Z?
good question.
Seems like a good, honest, hardworking guy. There's not really a whole lot to say there, you know.
I guess he seems to play the part pretty well. Well, I have some tracking to do. I don't know about you. Maybe you should try and find out a little more about what's going on around this district, what Kelnimir's up to. I hate to say it, but we may have an in using this betting to get what we need done here. I don't like it, but it's another option. Well, all I know is that we've got to find these people before too long, otherwise you're just going to skip town. I don't think we have 3 days to wait.
I would agree.
We'll go get checked in, and then I'll go out and try and track them down. Sound good?
Sounds good.
All right. So we'll go over to our new inn.
It is there.
Oh, good. I was glad that it's actually here. You don't know how often those inns just run away from you after you see their ad.
That does happen.
We'll leave the light on for you. The hotel, but the light will be.
We won't tell you where it is either.
Mhm.
Okay, so you end up at an inn which is like not loading.
Okay.
Otherwise, I'd give you tons of flavor about it, but it's just not loading. So
Yeah, Z, if you can, see if you can get in contact with Guido. I'm a bit worried that he's been out there for so long, and I haven't heard anything from him.
I'm sure he's fine. I told him to lay low. How much trouble can he get into out in the middle of nowhere?
meanwhile, Guido. Meanwhile, there you are, going through the underbrush, doing your thing.
Oh shit! There I was.
However, to my great dismay, I'm afraid you now find yourself in a terrible predicament. You ate too much honey, so now you're actually stuck in Rabbit's hole to get into his house.
Say it. Say it. Oh.
I know it's a Winnie the Pooh reference, I think,
Yeah, it's a Winnie the Pooh reference.
but it's not something.
Yeah,
That
oh
I-
bother is correct.
All right. Sorry.
I am, of course, kidding. There is something happening, though, thanks to Sis.
Thanks. Sam.
You're welcome.
Thanks,
I'm
Obama.
trying to remember what it is exactly. Give me just a moment. Because I actually had another plot thread that I was going to write. Oh, okay. Roll stealth.
What?
You heard me.
If you get a 20,
Yeah.
don't forget the Kool-Aid.
You do have Kool-Aid still.
+1. Right. Armor check. I'm at a -5.
You got this.
Ah, well, that was a 18 on the dice, so 13.
Sweet. But you have Kool-Aid, so.
16, so 11.
Awesome. 13. Well, where'd my die go? Oh, here it is. Here we go. Oh my god, you actually stealth. I am in shock. So there you are, walking along, trying to figure out where to go next, because you got to make your way back to the camp so Z can find you. And as you're doing so, you realize that there's some people moving through the thrush, which by itself is kind of weird. And so you immediately, and with good sound nature, say, "Aha, I must stealth!" But you realize very quickly that these are no ordinary hippies. They're super hippies. No, I'm kidding. They're not hippies at all. No, they're actually not. They are 3 elves, all of them dressed very very well camouflaged. In fact, you almost don't see them, just because of how well camouflaged they are in the thrush. They're obviously very well experienced at moving through the thrush, and by some miracle they are so distracted with doing so that they do not detect you.
Huh.
They are definitely going in the direction of Li Shao.
Does the sword's Death Watch register anything?
I'm sorry, you're actually going to have to remind me.
Death Watch. Using the foul sight granted by the powers of unlife, you can determine the condition of creatures near death within the spell's range. You instantly know whether each creature within the area is dead, fragile, alive and wounded with 3 or fewer hit points, fighting off death, alive with 4 or more hit points, undead, or neither alive nor dead, such as a construct.
Aha.
Sees through any spell or ability that allows creatures to feign death.
Gotcha. Well, actually, it's funny you mention that because these guys, it's pretty clear that what they're doing in order to keep themselves so well hidden is they are, in fact, using something to disguise their life sense, their presence, basically. They do, in fact, appear to be very much alive, and they're also desolates.
Oh,
Because you know that.
No, I actually decided that Deathwatch will give that away.
Well, he would also know that.
I guess he would know that, yeah. So never mind. Deathwatch
Okay.
does not give that away. I take that power away from you, but you still know they're desolates.
So they haven't noticed me. They're passing by.
Mm-hmm. They're just going on their way. They're humming the Winnie the Pooh song. Do 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 do. Bom 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 bom.
So, seeing as how I am stealthed, I'm going to sneak in behind them.
Roll it again.
Oh, this is going to be fun. That's a 10. And a 10.
All right, let's see if they see you. Oh my God, I'm just rolling crap today. So continue. Somehow. I'm just picturing this giant, this gray giant in plate mail armor, in thrush, which is literally the exact color opposite of him, and he's just like, yeah, exactly, just kind of slipping his way through there.
One of them's banging a tambourine, that's why.
Yeah.
I'd make a coconut joke, but yeah. So anyways, you somehow, by some freaking miracle, are still stealthed. What do you do?
All right. So I get in behind them and loudly clear my throat.
Oh,
And
okay. They translate instantly. Like that, the moment they hear you. I wasn't expecting that.
I'm disappointed.
They're gone. Meanwhile, you guys have reached your inn, which is loaded. The Ethereal Monkey.
Ooh. Oh, okay.
Currently, they have baked rattlesnake with spring parsley and Desert Star wine, which is supposed to be very good. As you enter, the previous night of revelry and merriment has caused most patrons to simply sit quietly and try not to make sudden moves, at least until the next big party.
Look for crunchies, Snarg.
Meanwhile,
Well, I've got stuff to do.
there is a nearby bard who is playing on a lute, right?
Mhm.
As he's playing, one of his strings breaks, but he's such a good bard, he just integrates it into his song.
Okay.
Also, it will be non-gold per night to stay here,
Okay.
as I like to call it.
Okay. Well, it's just we get a room registered here, see? Did you already make a reservation, or do we need to? You know what? I'll let you take care of that. Meantime, I'll actually go over and, since that bard is such a good bard,
Mm-hmm.
and he essentially played through breaking a string, which is freaking hard to do, I'll go ahead and give him a tip of gold.
Okay. He takes the
And-
gold very gratefully, and he says thank you, and then you realize, with a shock, that he's actually a gnoll.
It's a null bard.
Yes.
Well, really? What clan?
Actually, I gotta look that up. Not yours.
Right.
But you do recognize him.
So you're suddenly like, oh my god, and he's like, oh, I haven't seen another gnoll in this area in, like, ever.
Me neither. You're the first null I've seen in this entire nation.
Well, you know, the gnolls don't really get down to the show empire all that often. It's a little bit too stodgy for them. I'm actually only here because I was fleeing from some unfortunate circumstances up north.
Yeah, Stonehold, I imagine.
He just kind of gives a really awkward look, and you can tell he doesn't want to talk about it. He actually looks a little traumatized.
Yeah, I understand. Well, how long have you been staying here?
Oh,
Did
well.
you just arrived?
Actually, no. I've been here about a week now, ever since that massacre.
Mm. Well, so what's been going on around town? I actually just arrived here myself.
Well, there's this thing called valson ball. Have you ever heard of this?
Yeah.
Sort of.
I've been trying myself to understand.
Oh,
it,
no,
but
no. I got totally into this. Valson ball is so cool. And he starts just talking about it and explaining it and blah, 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 blah. Everything I already explained to you.
Right.
It's like,
But
oh
you
my
still
God.
don't understand.
Well, no. You get one more chance to roll int with the Kool-Aid.
It's coming from another knoll. He has a chance.
Yes. Maybe the undercommon translated a little better.
Oh, yeah. He's talking in undercommon, by the way.
That's a 17, sorry.
Oh, by the way, he is from the Moosehide clan.
Wrong side. Oh, okay.
Decided. So what was the number again?
17.
All right, that's pathetic. So, as he's explaining, your eyes kind of gloss over, and he pauses, like, "You're not really getting this, are you?"
Yeah.
Well, look, it's really complicated, but I'm just gonna explain it really simply to you, okay?
All right.
Roll in.
21.
Oh, and then you're just like, oh, I didn't even put it that way.
Oh, it's the ball that goes. Okay.
Snarg, you now finally understand, in a simple way, valson ball.
I am putting that under my proficiencies. Because
You may now play valson ball in Garrett.
All
just
right.
saying.
Well, if you ever get the equipment,
Just saying.
that's one of those games. You can't just play on the backyard.
Nope. Okay, so all right, so the Knoll and he talk. I'm gonna go ahead and skip forward a bit. You find out he was actually a survivor of the battle, whose name I have to actually look up really quick. The Battle of the Blowing Nose, the Battle of Eab Plains.
Eab Plains. Okay.
Now that was a battle between Alluvia and Nevere, and he doesn't say it outright, but you get the impression he wasn't actually supposed to be there, and that's why he kind of got sucked into it. You can try and talk him into explaining why he was there, but he's very disinclined to it. He keeps talking around it. But he was not actually a member of either side that was fighting. He happened to be there when two armies accidentally collided, which is what actually happens. He gives you the first really good first-hand report of that battle you've actually gotten, because he was there.
Okay. I won't ask him why he was there or anything. I will ask him if he perhaps had seen my tribe or anyone.
Of course he did. They were the only ones fighting, really, on the Nevere side. The Wild Paw, right? Very distinctive. Not all of them looked like Wild Paw, though. I'm not sure what was up with that.
No? Could you tell what other clans were present?
Oh, yeah, all over the place. I mean, there were Mud Snouts, there were Pale Manes, there were Red Spines, there were River Paws, there were Wood Paws. There were even Black Paws there. I was really surprised by that.
I'm almost afraid to ask, but do you know what happened to him?
Well, a lot of them died. The Nevere won that battle, but that was a bloodbath. There were a lot of bodies on that battlefield.
Did you get a chance to talk to any of them?
Oh, God, no. I ran. Are you kidding me? I don't want to be in the middle of a war. I don't think anybody does.
Oh, no. They were part of the old tribe. I was away from them when all this started. So.
Oh, I get you. I didn't realize. Oh, I mean, I know you're obviously Wild Paw, but I didn't know you're part of that tribe.
Yeah, that tribe, the one that was fighting, that was mine.
Why?
I don't know if I fully understand it myself, but they felt that they had an obligation to protect the people there. And even though they were offered a safe place to get out of there, they chose to stay and fight.
God, that sounds terrible. Why would anyone want to fight in a war? Why would anyone want a war? Just fighting like a six-pack of centaurs on the plains is horrifying. Why would you want to go up against thousands upon thousands of just enemies who are trying to kill you as hard as they can?
Well,
I don't get that.
I suppose they just had something that they thought was worth dying for. But let's enough talk about that kind of stuff.
Oh, I agree. So listen, about valson, right?
Mhm.
You've got to get me in the game. Okay, no, I'm kidding. I'm just
Well, are you really sure you want that?
kidding. No, he doesn't have anything else to say.
Okay. Well, since he's been around here, has he kind of gotten a beat on Keldamir? I mean, has he seen him, met him?
Oh yeah,
somewhere?
several times. Kelir doesn't come here, obviously, but he knows who he is. He's kind of a local celebrity.
Yeah. I actually
you-
met him about half an hour
You
ago.
met Keldamir?
Yeah, I actually got my.
What did he smell
sign.
like?
What did he smell like? Well, okay, wait. Actually, let me tell you. First, he smelled like sweat because he had been running, I think, twice my speed around the block.
Twice? Oh my
And then
goodness.
he took this pill that erased all of his exhaustion at once, and then he smelled really nice.
Oh wow! I would
Yeah.
love to have one of those.
I would
goodness.
too. I actually asked
By the
him
way,
about
I
it.
love your fur. Really well done. It really suits you.
I don't even.
It's
Thanks.
incredible. The scent, oh, perfect combination. My compliments. I haven't met a gnoll who's this well kept in many years. I used to actually, treat for such gnolls.
Oh, yeah. Where did you learn your abilities? I haven't met an old bard in a
Oh well,
long time,
I
especially one as well practiced as you.
there was a desire for unusual talent amongst a certain individual within the Nevere, within a corporate magnate, and he kind of. Anyway, so as I was saying,
Uh,
who's your lovely companion?
Oh, this is the Lady Becky of Brackenwood.
Brackenwood?
It's a pleasure. I was adopted.
Oh, well, my goodness, you must feel honored.
Oh, quite, and it's been a pleasure.
It has been a pleasure just to smell you. You smell absolutely amazing, ma'am.
I appreciate it.
Now, listen, I don't want to alarm either of you,
Mhm.
but there's been rumors of desolate attacks lately, okay?
Oh,
And
I'll start putting my arm around Z and say, don't get the don't mind.
well, no, I see. Here's the thing. I hear a lot. A lot of people come here, and there were several soldiers who were just here a few minutes ago, and apparently there's some kind of like horrible, desolate, anti-hippie attack going on just outside the city limits, and they're all rushing out to investigate like right now. No idea what's going on there.
What?
Yeah, and there was okay. You know the hippies, right? I mean, right? So they're out there, and they were out because apparently like the mosquitoes were getting attacked. I don't know what was going on with that, but they get out there and they're like, oh my god! And then there was this bear, and then they disappeared. So they assume it was a desolate. It was a desolate that was trying to kill the mosquitoes. Because who else would kill a mosquito? I mean, come on, right?
I'm just gonna
That's-
kind of look at him and say,
I mean, it makes sense
like
to me.
getting smacked by you like getting eaten by mosquitoes?
No, but I mean, it's not their fault. It's just food to them. It's like blaming me for eating meat. No, it doesn't work like that. I wouldn't go out and kill me just because they eat meat. Of course, they would because they're hippies, but
So
I thought I
there
was
were these
further away
hippies
from
that
the city.
Actually, you're quite a ways away from the city, but it has been several hours,
Okay.
and they haven't heard anything else yet. So
I'm going to link to say, you know what? Maybe we should go and check on Guido now before we do anything else.
well, we
We
do
have
days
well
to
here.
kill.
Why don't you go up and get an image of the room, and that way he can come directly here if he needs to. Hmm?
Okay, I can do that. If you'll excuse me, my dear friend,
oh, of course, I understand.
feeling
I
quite
apologize.
weird.
I did not mean to offend your sensibilities with such talk about
Oh,
such
no,
horrible,
it's-
terrible creatures.
and I'm gonna get
terribly
kind of
sorry.
teary-eyed. We had a run-in.
And he
And
actually
you're-
gasped just like that. He's just, oh my god, I'm so sorry. Is there anything I could do for you?
No, it's
How did
quite
you
all right.
survive? Oh my god. I've been told, and then he leans in close and does that kind of, conspiratorial thing. I've been told desolates can actually read your mind and rewrite it and, like, tear your neck out and put it in your eye sockets. It just sounds terrible. Such horrible monsters. Oh.
I was with you up until that very last part.
Wait, you've seen them tear someone's neck out? Tell me what it's like.
I can.
It's like a total morbid fascination thing going on. He's like, tell me about it.
Where did you hear that? See, here's the thing. I can understand the mind reading, but why would they tear their neck out afterwards?
I don't. It's just because they're evil. They like to do horrible things. They do it just to mess with your head. Like, not your head, obviously you're dead. But they do it so that the survivors, the people that see them, know just how horrible they are. That's why everyone fears us. It makes sense. Okay, and he pulls out of his pouch, like, these writings of a madman, and he's like, okay, look, I've written a book. I haven't gotten a publisher yet. But it's all about how Desolates are secretly part of this conspiracy that it's behind everything of evil. Ever.
Oh. You've got a publisher? Did you do this by yourself?
No, yes, I wrote this down, and you look at it, and it's in Undercommon, but it's pretty poor grammar even for Undercommon. Pretty poorly written.
Oh.
Oh.
And so you have to be careful around Desolates because they can do things. They're going to use... What they're going to do is they're going to start working on your teeth and putting things in your teeth so they can follow you. And when they follow you, they're going to track you, and they're going to take you away, and they're going to experiment on you.
I see.
It's terrible. I thought you left.
Shit.
He wouldn't be saying this with you around. He's saying just to snark to his fellow Knoll.
Yeah, I gotta be honest. I don't know quite what to say about this.
Oh, it's terrible, isn't it? I can't imagine what it would be like to have your teeth, like, drilled into and then, like, stuff put in them. I mean, just, it's terrible.
Yeah. I've had my arm chopped off once, and I don't think that'd be nearly as bad as that.
Oh my god, it was a Desolate, dude! Oh no! And he flips to, like, page 37. Look, I have it right here. Chopping arms off to replace them with Desolate arms. They sew them on, and then they work, and now you're a Desolate. That's how they spread. That's how they make more of themselves.
Oh, well, that's news to me.
And then he looks at you really suspiciously all of a sudden and says, I'm gonna go back to my lute playing now.
I'm just curious, what elemental affinity is he?
We'll go with, based on his personality, we will go with air. Jaina is crying.
I'll say, all right, Mr.
Says.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right, Mr. Air, I'll take
Mr.
that to
Air.
heart.
It's like, wait a minute, you can see my affinity. And he literally turns and runs out of the room. Just bolts. Flat runs out.
And I'm just gonna I'm assuming I've stayed mental linked with Snarg this whole time, so I'm just gonna kind of go, where do you find them, Snarg?
Oh.
Apparently the crazy runs in the blood.
The secret's in the blood.
Apparently.
Alright, so you have got your room. You have got your crazy.
Well, I was going to go and start tracking, but since there seems to be a bunch of disturbances on the perimeter that is likely Desolate related, I'm going to go and suggest we check it out and make sure everything is going okay there. Because that's a little higher priority.
What are you going to do, Z? You going to go with him? Or are you going to sit in bed and sleep all day? I didn't mean that as a dig, by the way, because I know you actually did that today, but... okay, so you head out, and you roll survival to find Guido.
Okay.
Because Guido's not actually at the designated spot, because he's currently dodging patrols.
Alright. Guido, are you a magical beast?
Yes.
Alright.
In the bathroom.
Like Guido's response. Really?
If he's in the bathroom, I'll wait.
Okay. Actually, Guido, roll fortitude to see if you're going to the bathroom right now.
Well, with my bonus, that's a 14.
Okay, so, Snarg,
I had a 30.
it smells like he's going to the bathroom right now.
I'll be right back.
He's just like...
Probably good timing.
I just want to let you know that I know you're over there. So I'm assuming I'm in mental communication range.
Yeah, you're in range. You're in range.
But I'm not coming closer until you're finished.
Yeah, Guido, by the way, you're like in the middle of this, and you're like already kind of stressed because you've been dodging people for the last like 4 hours, and all of a sudden just out of nowhere, you hear Snarg's voice in the back of your mind. And at this point, Snarg gets to roll a willpower save.
Yay. 17.
Okay, that's enough for right now.
Okay.
Just right now.
Yes, right now. It will change soon. Alright, so you have found Guido, and nothing's wrong. He is now done going to the bathroom.
Okay. We've got a new
Plank.
little hatch.
If you think about it, that would be really useful, actually.
Yeah, but otherwise it's like 10 minutes to dawn it or something.
So I'm going to, since I know where Guido is, I'm going to go like a ways away from him, but still within visual, hearing range of the patrols, and go, "Desolate scum, get back here!"
And instantly you hear noises in the distance, like
Coming toward me, I'm assuming.
yeah, hup, 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 hup. And yes, coming towards you, of course.
And I'm going, here, I'll just roll deception.
I was gonna say, would you just roll?
11 and 33, so 44. And I'm gonna like trip and fall right whenever they get into visual range, and be like, "I'll get you!" And then notice them coming up behind me. So obviously, stop and be like, "Are you, are they authorities or what are they?"
They are, in fact, local militia, not proper soldiers, but they are military, sort of.
Okay, I'm gonna be like, "You went that way. You guys are far more armed than I was." It was a. What were the desolates that they saw earlier? The hippies. What race were they?
They were all Sclavi, I believe.
It was a Sclavi.
A desolate Sclavi. I never. Impossible. Idiotic.
Anyway, they went that way.
This will not stand. And they all go rushing off.
And I'm just gonna kind of walk back to Guido. And as I'm walking back to Guido and Star, gonna be like, "Okay, time to move."
Yep.
Why are you inciting local hippies about not killing mosquitoes?
Yeah, we heard it all the way back at the Rich District.
Why you want to protect mosquitoes, I will not understand.
Well, they are
But-
convinced that those mosquitoes did nothing wrong.
Yeah, and neither did the bear.
Bear?
Well, bear? What bear?
Bear that I sicked on the hippies.
You sicked a bear on the hippies? Good thinking.
It was better than them chasing me.
I said good thinking.
Oh,
Oh, man.
Yeah, not what we
I thought you said, what were you thinking?
Not
No.
Well, if we hear of any bear attacks, we'll know what happened, I guess. Right. Let's head back. I
Would you
believe
like to translate back or walk back?
We are not translating, and if anyone suggests translating, I'm gonna smack them.
All right.
I'm walking
so
back 'cause I
you
have people
see
with
this
them.
guy pop up out of nowhere, say, "You guys should translate back."
Really?
No, that does not happen.
You intuit that translating back would be faster and better.
Do it. Don't do it. No. Okay. So what are you doing?
I'm walking back.
Well, how are we going to get Guido in?
He has a stealth ring.
He does.
Do you still have uses of that?
He should have one use because he didn't use it to keep from having to kill
Yeah.
people.
I was to say, you should have one use remaining.
Is it still the same
Yep.
day?
It has not moved forward a day.
So yes, I have one use left of 1 hour.
Okay. That will probably be enough if you jog. No, that'll be enough if you run. in order to make it.
And hope I don't run into anyone.
Yes.
Do we really think this is a good idea?
Honestly, I just suggest translating because went wrong last time. I tried walking. But who am I to say? I never translated before, so I don't have any experience how easy it is.
Actually, well, you have been translated.
I have, but I don't know how easy it is to actually do that.
Soon you will know.
So, I mean, Z, if you really think it's a bad idea to translate, then I won't. But if I am
Oh, you
going
can translate. I'm not going to.
Okay, well, I would need the mental image of the hotel room.
Wong.
Bzz.
Bzz.
Okay.
Another mosquito.
Yeah, there's all of a sudden a giant swarm of dire mosquitoes approaches.
What's the difference between a dire mosquito and a regular mosquito?
This
One.
big.
Yeah.
Ever been to Alabama?
Oh God.
They carry the cows away.
That's kind of roughly how it happens.
We used to always joke about that in basic training.
God.
I'll be going back on foot because I have people I need to look out for anyway, and I'm heading to
You
the
wouldn't want them thinking you're a desolate.
and I'm heading for the Rich District because still need to try and track down those Moorsmen that we've got free range. I'm going to try to get Caldemir's attention while I'm there as well. I'd like to talk to him a bit more.
Okay. So, Guido, you're translating.
Yeah.
Roll
What's it a roll?
D20. Just a D20.
Okay. Natural 20.
Okay. You show up in the exact spot in the room where, I don't know, something awesome happens.
Confetti streams down.
Yeah, you show up and you just kind of pose and doves go flying out of absolutely nowhere.
Halo appears. Ah.
Light shines from your eyes.
So you two walk back. You get
I'll be on
back.
the lookout for anyone watching us. the
Roll it.
Moorsmen. Yeah. Oh, okay. That would be a 28 normal, 30 for that orc that I've marked.
Okay. You do not see anything of note on your way back other than a lot of mosquitoes.
Okay. All right. Well, as soon as I get back and make sure that Guido's all there, and I'll give him some food because I'm sure they're hungry at this point in time.
Wait, hang on. Let's see what they're serving in the inn right now. I already said it.
Yeah.
Baked rattlesnake
Out for some baked rattlesnake.
with very sweet wine. It's practically sugar wine.
Yeah, sounds good. Also, as soon as you guys get in range, I'm going to request some skin lotion to take care of the mosquito bites.
Okay.
Well, they do have a bit of a mosquito problem in the area, so they do have places that sell that around here. Dermatologists, you know. Someone suggests an analgesic cream.
And then the door gets broken into.
Oh my God! Someone got that.
Yes,
I'm
it's
in
just
shock.
analgesic cream. The door can test quite itchy or something of that sort.
Yeah.
Actually, do I know of perhaps a more natural remedy? Because if I go in there and I just purchase mosquito
survival.
cream,
Roll survival.
be like, oh, I know where he came from.
I was actually really hoping you wouldn't catch on to that because I was totally going to have them go after your inn again. Because, suspected desolates.
Oh, 31.
Okay, yes, you know that oatmeal will work very well on Lugians specifically.
Not
Okay.
grits.
It's
Not grits.
Not grits.
It's
No,
not grits.
grits works for gnolls. Got to really get it, massage it into the fur.
Mm-hmm. That's why they dug some of it out, and I'm going to have to put it back in again when I go out. Anyway, I know of a natural remedy that you can use, because if I go and buy a whole bunch of mosquito lotion, they'll know where we were.
Fair enough.
So I will get some, some food, and I'll get some oatmeal along with it.
Okay.
And once we get back, we'll bring it up.